seconds.
Now comes the part where we throw our heads back and laugh. Ready?
Ready!
Welcome to Nevermind the Furthermore, your morning dose of creative conversation and coffee with your host, Brian K. Morris, independent publisher, freelance hybrid author, award-winning playwright, Facebook famous YouTuber, and former mortician's assistant. Get ready to start your day off right.
And good morning, everyone. Welcome to a couple of minutes late, Nevermind the Furthermore, with myself, Brian K. Morris. Hope you're doing well on this Wednesday, April 21st. Hope you're coming down from yesterday, if you know what I mean. Anyway, thank you for being here this morning, whether you're watching us live or on the reruns. We do appreciate you all. And speaking of people I appreciate, I want to appreciate the sense of appreciation to the Rising Tide Broadcast Network who powers this show. Take a look at this schedule. Please make a copy of it. Do a screen capture. You'll be glad you did. We have I haven't had coffee yet. We've got lots of entertainment and even some good information for you. Lots of quality content 7 days a week. Please check it out. From Chaos Comics and Sass all the way to Armchair Rocket Science, the Historical Fencing Guild, Michaela J's Tidbits and Scribbles, Stupid O'Clock, Comic Book Spectrum, Creative as Hail, TED Talks Timepieces, Drinking with the Davies, and Clever Tile Pending. In this show, we all bring you all kinds of good stuff. Please check it out. You'll be glad you did. Also, please check out Patreon. It's a fantastic way to support your favorite creators, many of whom you see on this list have Patreons of their own. Please support them also. But when you support us, it's a monthly subscription to what we do, but you get stuff for it. It's not like we're just taking your money and running. No, actually your contributions help keep this show on the air in a lot of ways, and your support is always appreciated. So please go to www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris and find out how even $1 can get you mentioned on the show, just like these people here. Anyway, we're glad you're here, and please thanks to Plasma Fire Graphics, Jeffrey Hayes. When the look of your book matters to you, it matters to Plasma Fire Graphics. That's why they do the best job they can to make your artwork, your graphics, your trailers that you saw, one of them at the start of the show, makes it even better and makes people want your stuff. So please check out Plasma Fire Graphics when the look of your book matters to you. Also, we're going to be sponsored today also by Amy Hale Books, Hailstorm Books. She's got a brand new book out, Neurosis, a psychological thriller that I'm so excited to be able to read now. I've been hearing so much about it. But anyway, please check it out. It's available on Amazon. Also check out AuthorAmyHale.com, Author Amy Hale on Facebook, Amy Hale's Angels on Facebook. And please check out tonight. She's going to have a very special episode of Creative as Hale with her husband, John, and special guest Debs Logue of Big River Comic Con, where I'm going to be along with Amy and the Eric Hawkins this weekend, this Friday and Saturday. Check out their Facebook page for more information. Now, I have uttered enough words. Let us talk to you people, you wonderful people. Who's first today? Teresa Dunn. Good morning, Brian. Nevermorians. Good morning to you, Teresa. Hope you're doing well. And good morning to you, William Quinton. A pleasure to have you here. Remember, 47 Furious Tales. Check that out on Indiegogo right now and give it your love. It's a really good comic and really good. That's Carl Wisman. Good morning to you. And good morning to Carleen. And the Dark Misses is back. Oh, boy. And the finger is poised over the like button. Hope yours is too. Yes, that's right, folks. Thank you for reminding me, Carl. We got a banner here. And let's see. Here we go. Yes, there we go. If you like what you see and hear, if you're entertained for even a nanosecond, which can be an eternity on some vlogs. Anyway, please give us a like and love, and please share us, just like Andy Bove and Keisha Acuff have done. Thank you very much. Appreciate you both. And your support is very much appreciated right now, especially due to Facebook being a poop. We are suspending our broadcasts on my profile page. If you want to watch me, and I'm sure you do, you need to go to the Rising Tide broadcast page or the Rising Tide Publications page on Facebook, or the Brian K. Morris Rising Tide Publications page on YouTube for the better sound and quality. The host cannot be helped, however. But anyway, thank you to everyone who has liked and loved the show so far. Thank you for the love from Tyrone Tony Ray Jr. and Juan.com and BrianRodman.com and Keisha Acuff. Get yourself a .com. She's got a podcast. Listen to it. Amy Hale and Carl Witzman, thank you for the like. Thank you all for your support. I do appreciate this. And good morning from the desk with a small press publisher. Thank you for being on a very wonderful Clever Title Pending last night with Ted Sikora. That was a terrific show. Hope you all take the time to watch it. And good morning, Brian. CTB was fun yesterday. I had a great time too. I had never really met Ted Sikora before, but he sent me some PDFs of his work, and I'm like, holy cats, I'm a fan now. He's such a talented guy and so much fun. I'm sure neither one of us knew what the other one was up to. But yeah, we all had fun last night. And thank you for being part of that, Joe. I appreciate your input. You were terrific last night. And speaking of terrific, the Skunk Rocker says, morning, Nevermorian. That is weird random fact. It's brought to you by Stupid O'Clock, the only show that See? Anyway, it kicked in the 7-second delay. We did have a 6-second, but we spent the extra money on the good one. And in America, we call them dollar stores. In Britain, they're called pound towns. I'm not kidding. No, I just heard that recently. I think Glenn B. Fleming told me that they have like their version of Dollar Tree, but they're like pound towns. Which sounds like something Christian Basil would be moving to. But anyway, Skunk Rocker continues. Remember to pre-register and reserve your room for HalloCon, a Halloween-themed multimedia fandom extravaganza in Dalton, Georgia, the last weekend of October. And I will be there happily. And it's going to be a fun time. And speaking of fun times, there's Clyde Hall. Glad to see you, Clyde. Clyde is the co-host of Comic Book Spectrum, which will be on tomorrow evening on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network at 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central. I'm going to go out to the comic shop today and see what I'm going to review. It's going to be fun. Oh, and here's a programming note, folks. We will not be doing an episode of Nevermind the Furthermore on Friday because I'll be going to Big River Comic Con. Please check it out. They've got a Facebook event page. I'll be posting for it. And please come see us. If you want to have information on how to get there, please contact me. I'll give you the address. Actually, if you want it right now, it's 6400 County Road, I believe. Let me look. Yes, 6400 County Road 445 in Hannibal, Missouri. Please come see us. Amy and Eric and I will be eager. And also we've got a whole bunch of really cool guest stars, including Lisa Loring, who played Wednesday Addams on the Addams Family TV show back in the 60s. Well, she's all grown up now, and I understand she's a lot of fun. So please check that out. Check her out. And also Ming Chen from the Kevin Smith comic book show. So please come see us. We look forward to seeing you there. And it's a convention, folks. We're going to have a good time. I will see to it. And Ted Davies Artistry, good morning. Good morning to you, brother Ted. Much love to you and Chris. Hope you're doing well. Don't forget tomorrow at 10 a.m. Ted Talks Timepieces at 10 a.m. Eastern on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. Check out Ted Davies Artistry on Facebook, and please sign up for that page. Please subscribe and ring that bell. And please do that with mine too. That would be so lovely. And every time you subscribe, an angel gets its wings, and Krypton doesn't blow up anymore. But anyway, Ted, looking forward to that. And Drinking with the Davies at 6 p.m. on Friday evening. It'll be fun. And the Skunk Rocker, who is on Stupid O'Clock Thursdays at 9 p.m. and 11 p.m. on Saturdays. And I'm just now noticing that typo. Well, that's modern technology for you. Oh, hope I straightened it out, though. It could happen. And we just had the comment dump. And William Quinton, good morning to you, sir. Good to see you here. And Carl Westman says, funny, Skunk. I saw that. I want to be the greeter there and say, welcome to Pound Town to all the gals in a creepy voice. You could still do that, Carl. I don't know how tolerant your local Dollar Tree might be. But here come the likes. Thanks, everyone. Yes, thank you so much. It is greatly appreciated. As we appreciate Jeffrey Hayes. Good Wednesday morning, Nevermorians. Listening while finishing up a Prose Press project that will be out very soon. Can't wait to reveal it. Please reveal. I'm looking forward to that, because I've got stuff going with Prose Press too. I hope it's one. Eventually, it'll be one of mine. But anyway, good to have you here, Jeffrey. Hope you're having a good morning. And Keisha Akov, hope you are having a fantastic morning too, love. Mwah. Good. Hello, beautiful people. Well, you must be talking to yourself again. Anyway, good to have you here. And TED Talk Sign Pieces Thursday morning. See what Ted got for his birthday at 10 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning. Check out Ted Davies' artistry. And also, check out his show yesterday where he talked about turning 50. Name and age I'll never see again. But it's good being half a century old, Ted. I think you're gonna like it. I've actually had some of the best times since I turned 50. Got a publishing empire going, got my broadcast empire going, of which you are a proud part, and we're proud to have you. And the Skunk Rocker, man, today's been a weird morning. How so, Skunk? Well, he answers, I'm on a different route today because somebody needed to use my route to get off early for a funeral. And like, I've gotten so much done already, it's ridiculous. I've done like 6 or 7 stops. Well, what happens if you get all of them done? Do you go home early, or do you help someone with theirs, or what? And good morning, people from the Eric Hawkins, who will be joining Amy Hale and myself at Big River Comic Con this very weekend, Friday and Saturday. It's going to be glorious fun. Cosplay, celebrities, yes, celebrities such as Amy Hale, Eric S. Hawkins, and Brian K. Morris, and yeah, other people too. But no, we're gonna have a good time. We're looking forward to seeing you all there, and we do expect you all to show up. It's mandatory. But anyway, and also Eric Hawkins will be joining us tomorrow night for Comic Book Spectrum at 7 p.m. A fun show. And Brian, will you drink some coffee already? Dear God, I'm waiting for it to brew. No, we got back. Cookie had an eye appointment this morning to follow up on her cataract surgery from a couple of years ago. And then they found something that is not unusual. There was some sort of residue in one of the lenses that was inserted after they took out the old one, and we're going back in about 2 weeks to get that taken care of. But as a thing, and we'll give plenty of warning. There may not be a show that morning. It will depend entirely, or we'll have one later in the day. We'll see what happens. But as things stand now, we will not have one Friday. We will have a Nevermind the Furthermore on Monday, but Wednesday and Friday of next week, as things stand currently, we will not have a show because of personal reasons. Nothing bad, though, I promise you. And we'll explain when we get back. And Scott Cracker says we need that button like the Twitch streamers have, only instead of it saying hydrate to remind gamers to drink water. I didn't know that. It says covfefe. It reminds Brian to drink caffeine. Well, Cookie heard that, and she is rushing down the stairs, and her eyes are dilated right now, so you know how important this is. She's taking... I had to help her across the... We had snow here last night in Lafayette. Outside the compound, and it wasn't much, maybe an inch, but it's kind of wet snow, and but it was all white, and when your eyes are dilated, it looks like you're staring right into a Klieg light. So poor Cookie, we had to help her across the lawn, but that's my job. That's my job, isn't it, honey? Yes, I have to keep you safe, right? Yes, even though you are terribly unsafe.
I can't keep myself safe, so I need help.
That's right. And I'm the closest thing you've got. Sorry to hear that. Yes. Oh, but look,
that which will make me safe.
Skunk, are you watching? It's safe. Hey, on Twitch, the Twitch platform, there's so many, I just learned this. Thank you, sweetheart. There are so many gamers there that they have buttons, but instead of just like or love and things like that, they have one that hydrate to remind them to drink something while they're playing. I love technology.
Okay, does it say to remind them dehydrate when they need to?
Yeah, that's when they have the pod available from Rising Tide Publications Industries. Thank you, sweetheart. Oh, That's fresh out of the pot. I feel it sliding down my esophagus. It's glorious. I've learned to love the pain. Ted Davies. Ted and his wife got me drinking White Russians every day since their last video. You're welcome. What was it? We have kind of a mock Moscow Mule we're waiting to try. There is a spicy ginger drink currently at Dollar Tree. It's fantastic. It tastes very close to Vernor's, if you know Vernor's. And we've also got some pineapple infused vodka, and I think maybe tonight we need to test that out. Don't you? Yes. And Cookie's like, why are we waiting? What is wrong with you? But yeah, Ted and Chris, if you like adult beverages, now they do want you to drink responsibly, as do we. Okay, that goes without, I hopefully would go without saying. But they make so many good drinks on there that I want to try some of them myself. I haven't had time lately. But they really make the drinks sound delicious, and in moderation, it's all good. So, and speaking of which, Drinking with the Davies mixing up a new drink this Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern. Ted and Chris make the Deleted Post. Oh yes, that sounds good. The drink is called the Deleted Post. Join us to celebrate Ted's 50th birthday. Yes, 50. And he doesn't look a day over 49. It's really glorious how he takes care of himself. And glad to hear it, Eric. Seriously. But the third component that makes the comic book spectrum great, Mr. Brian Rodman has joined us. Good morning, Brian. And he says, good morning, my fellow Brian and Nevermorians. 'Tis the magical day of Humps, my friends. Let us scamper into the wild as we escape the nuclear holocaust that was the beginning of the week. Breathe that fresh air of Humps. Smells like Christian basil. Yes, Christian Basil, who does the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS every Tuesday night at 6, he is doing a scratch and sniff episode, so I'm sure. So be sure to subscribe to him on YouTube. I gotta congratulate the boy. He just finally passed 1,000 subscriptions on YouTube, and I want to thank every one of you Nevermorians who helped make that possible. And he also has in excess of 50,000 likes on his Facebook page. So congratulate Christian next time you see him, okay? And be sure to leave him a message on YouPorn. You know he'll see it there. And you know, Brian, if they're watching right now, they already know where to find you, says the Skunk Rocker. That is true. That is true. It's like we keep pointing out that all these people that are saying the government, they find out that the government is tracking them legally. The government, there are like 7 different organizations that can track you legally over social media. And people are going, hey, did you hear they're tracking me? I don't know how they're keeping tabs on me, but, wake up, America. That's okay. I've driven my NSA guy to drink, I'm sure. Eric S. Hawkins says, I will have issues 1 and 2 of Zombieful World of Oz with me at Big River Comic Con, plus the variants, and we'll be doing commissions, and we'll have artist proof from issue number 2. 11 by 17 originals of the pages. That will be so cool. Looking forward to seeing that. And I won't sell mine if you have yours for sale, Eric. I promise. I'll be good. And Carl Weston said, I finally got to listen to Keisha's podcast last night. That lovely voice. And the podcast was good, too. Yeah, I've been so crazy busy. I've got a story I want to get done before I go to Hannibal for Bobby Nash. And I should be finishing it today because I've been very diligent. I've been very good. I've got like 1 more page to edit. But it's coming along wonderfully. It's a crime adventure featuring Abraham Snow himself with a guest appearance by Tom McClellan. If you haven't checked out the Snow series, if you like action adventure like Matt Helm and Mac Bolan, things like that, check out BobbyNash.com or AbrahamSnow.com, and this is the hashtag the Summer of Snow. In fact, we got an inch of it last night here in Lafayette. But what Bobby's doing is he's gotten some other writers, such as myself and Charles F. Milhouse and John Harkness and some really wonderful people to write adventures take place in the Snow universe. And it's been a wonderful, wonderful adventure playing with Abraham Snow. I hope Bobby likes it. And if he does, it should see print soon. We'll keep you posted on that, but Jeffrey Hayes of Plasma Fire Graphics will be doing the covers for it. It will be wonderful. And the Eric is now the dude. He is the dude. And I'm always down to go to Pound. I'm always down to go to Pound Town. I am too, more often than not. And happy birthday week, Ted, from us all, Carl. Much love to you, brother. And Mike, Jimmy, Lorcia de Bruin. Hello, Nevermorians. Hello, my beautiful friend. How are you? Hope you are doing well this morning. Please leave a link to that wonderful book of yours. And oh no, what am I going to do Friday? I don't. If you want to take a shift, Skunk, I'll let you. I guess I'll just have to amuse myself. Well, we were talking about Pound Town earlier, but never mind. And Mike, Jimmy, Lorcia Bruin says, for y'all on Facebook with me, go to the Rising Tide Broadcast Network to have your messages seen. Thank you very much. Thank you. We are, like we said last night on my profile page, the comments from my profile page haven't been showing up on here. And so we have decided for the time being to suspend our broadcasts on my profile page. Now, we're still on Kathy Jackson's books. I understand those are coming through, and I'm definitely getting those from the Rising Tide broadcast page and the Rising Tide publications page, as well as YouTube. If nothing else, go to my YouTube page and please subscribe while you're there. I could use that, and not in the parking lot, Skunk. And make sure you have the vinyl covering down over you. And Pound Town says from the desk of a small press publisher, Jody McPhee, Pound Town sounds like slang for that thing that requires physical punishment. Usage: if you act up and piss Brian off, he will take you to Pound Town. And I was thinking, like, if you're chronically single, on weekends, you're in Pound Town already, if you know what I mean. And anyway, we are quickly moving on. That's why one of our hashtags is Naughty Conversation. And it's funny how that's got traction. And Skunk Rocker is laughing at us. I understand. And Bill Starton, good to see you. Good morning, Brainy, Bombastic Brian, and all the happy, humpy, and always jumpy Nevermorians. I like that. Count your blessings, because every one of them do count, and you are one of ours, Bill. Thank you for being here, brother. And hashtag bring cookie home. Thank you. And be sure to check out Sartin Art 76, where you can get sketches from Bill Sartin, all kinds of wonderful blasts from the past on TV. And also, you can go there because he does a daily warm-up sketch, which you can purchase for your very own. He's very talented. So go to the artwork of Bill Sartin on Facebook, where everything old is new again. It's the only page on Facebook that works. Oh, I feel better already. And there she is, the co-sponsor of today's episode, Amy Hale. She's got a brand new book out. In fact, let's play her video right now. And I'll drink more coffee. I promise. We'll get back. It'll be great. Called Neurosis. Check out her library. Good work on that trailer, Amy. Also, you will see Amy tonight on a special edition of Creative as Hail with Deb Logue from Big River Comic Con. Find out what running a convention is all about. All the planning and all the forethought that has to go into it. Debs is a wonderful lady. I've met her on several occasions. Looking forward to seeing her again this weekend. Also, don't forget, Amy Hale will be at Big River Comic Con in Hannibal, Missouri this Friday and Saturday, along with Eric S. Hawkins and myself. We are going to dominate the place. It's going to be a lot of fun. Please join us. And Ted Davies tonight, 8 p.m. Eastern. Ted's on Willow's Pillow Talk. See you all there. Well, I have got to check this out. we're going to see Ted on the pillow with Willow. Name someplace most of us would rather be. Anyway, it's going to be a great show, Ted. We will check it out, I promise. And Brian Rodman said, yesterday I released the Nebulizer promo to the world. I'm having so much fun creating this world. I'm finally getting my revenge after years of being utterly harassed and imprisoned by allergies and asthma. Allergies killing you? Kill them back with me, won't you? The Nebulizer is about a chronic asthmatic and his feisty AI-controlled nebulizer suit as they fight through a post-apocalyptic world filled with allergen mutants. It's Bubble Boy meets Mad Max. Head to brianrodman.com and subscribe today, definitely. And isn't that a breath of fresh air to be handling something different than, I know you've been working so hard, and it shows, on Memoirs of an Angel, but doesn't this feel like a palate cleanser? It's one of the reasons I like doing what I do, in that I don't do the same assignment twice. It's always something fresh. It also helps that I have a diminished attention span, too. But anyway, Eric S. Hawkins says, I'm going to take all the challenges of the Sketch Battle Friday night to BRCC to Pound Town. Booyah! Oh, yeah. And, will you get, and also don't forget, Amy Hale will be in the drawing contest, too. It's going to be a drink and draw sort of thing, versus the promoter, Deb Logue. And as you're probably wondering, where is Brian going to be? As far away from that as possible. I don't want anyone dragging me on stage and me having to show off my incredibly low illustrative skills. So this will work out. The only way I will do it is if Eric inks me. That's the only way, and fixes every damn mistake I make. And from the desk of a small press publisher, Brian, why not have a stand-in for Nevermind the Furthermore? Carson Head Rivers, you need a backup. Well, actually, excuse me, I did post to the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. It's like I have some traveling I've got to do in the next couple weeks, and I said if anyone wants to take a shift. Now the thing is, for take a shift. The thing is, I thought I better fix my pronunciation real fast. You know how it is. Anyway, we did put it out there, and it could still happen. It could still happen, but people have their own schedules. I understand that, and for some people, doing one show a week is a struggle. Where there are people like Ted or myself who seem to have nothing better to do. But Ted does it because he has quality. He's got something to say. Me, I use this as an excuse to write off my comic books once the network gets monetized, right? But no, it's a thought. I hope once, I do want people to subscribe to my YouTube page, because I have long-term goals. We should all set long-term goals. And as far as my broadcasting goes, I would like to one day get a producer, somebody who will handle a lot of the technical stuff for me, as well as maybe somebody who can fill in for me on when I need it. So we'll see what happens. If somebody is open to that, we can talk down the road. But yeah, we do have plans for, because we do have some equipment we'd like to buy to make this show look and run a little bit better. We'd also like to improve our cable flow here, which would require an uptick in money. So if you sign up for our Patreon page at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. I abbreviated it too much. And every time when you subscribe to the Rising Tide page, you're helping us too. Speaking of subscription, we hope to get the with the travels, we should be able to get the newsletter out on the 1st of May. Please sign up if you haven't already. This is where you get all kinds of news from us. There we go. Just like the disc jockeys, we have that sneeze button there. But anyway, but no, it's a good idea. But please sign up for the Rising Tide Broadcast newsletter. We will be having special videos. I've already got 2 great secret links in there already, and we'll be putting it together soon. So hopefully it will go out on the 1st. If not, we'll let everyone know. But anyway, please check it out. Bill Sarn says, while watching the show this morning, I'm noticing an eerie fog rolling across the cornfield here in Oakwood. Although I'm glad that what little snow we got yesterday is melting, I'm fearing an invasion of the cornfield creatures. Excuse me. Well, tell them you're friends with Nick Tockert, and maybe Nick can speak to them in their native language. Yeah, it was kind of interesting. The eye clinic where I took Cookie this morning, they don't allow people to go in with them. They're still following like the severe lockdown COVID restrictions, which I applaud. I give them credit for it. But I'm sitting in the car waiting for Cookie to come out. And at one point we got sleet here, but it was kind of fluffy. It didn't have like perfectly round edges. It was just dense enough you hear it hitting the car, and it sounded kind of cool. And you see it bouncing around and everything like sleet will do. But if that had been hail, there might have been some damage going, but it was kind of fun to watch. And especially fun since it was 32 degrees, knowing it would melt soon. And the temperatures should be rising into the 40s here today, I believe. So this white stuff is going to be on its way out the way I like it. And John B. Pica, he's the way I like it too. Good to see you, johnpica.com. And I just got the notification of the show 20 minutes after you started. I was afraid there was no show. No, John, we'll keep people posted. But as it stands now, there will be no show this Friday. Nor will there be one next Wednesday or that Friday either. And there may be another day I'm taking off in a couple weeks to take care of Cookie. So, but we'll let everyone know. But folks, if you want your entertainment quotient, you need to check out Saturday morning Back of the Cereal Box at 9 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Central, and check out what John's got to say. He's got his own network now, and it's really cool. Plus, he's got a brand new book from Seventh Star Press. It is awesome, and check out his Patreon too. And John Hale, or not John Hale, johnpica.com. John Hale is Mr. Amy Hale. He'll be on at 8 o'clock tonight. I thought about volunteering to take Brian's spot, but he wanted to keep all of his viewers, whatever. No, Carl, I would love it if you would try it. Seriously. I would love to see other people. Now, again, see, I posted this. See, we have a secret page for the broadcasters. And since Carl is a broadcaster, he's on the page. I need to bring Eric and Clyde and Brian in too. Now I think about it, as my co-hosts on Comic Book Spectrum, 7 p.m. Thursday nights. Be there for reviews, and we love comics. So do you. Anyway, no, Carl, if you want to take a shift, I will send you all the stuff you need to make it pass as what I do. Seriously, if you want to try it, I would love it. I'd love to see what you do. Maybe I'll give you the show and I free up my mornings. I mean, get to see you will grow as a broadcaster. John B. Pica says, oh, hey there, friends of foes. Happy New Comics Day. Yep, we're going to hit the Blue Moon Comics later today. Excited to see. That's the one. Excited to see what's coming out. See, that's the one thing I've got to say. Comic Book Spectrum. We have gotten a number of compliments on that show because a number of people have, told me, and I think the other gentleman on the show, that we are introducing them to some fresh material, things they did not know before. And Joe D. McPhee, I am looking for that one you told me to look for, and they are trying to find a first issue for me. They were out last week, but I will check in today and hopefully they'll have it. And if not, I will try to procure one this weekend because I'm excited to read that book. So, but no, I've learned a lot about comics, and it's kind of rekindled my desire to be there on Wednesdays and see what's there at the comic shop and to pick up my stuff. I'm really digging what's happening now, and I've got to credit working with Eric and Clyde and Brian on the show. And please check it out. I think if you have any interest at all in comics or comic related media, we're the place to go. We are positive, reasonably well informed about all these things, and we're not. I managed to wrestle my cynicism into submission. So anyway, and we all. I don't know if Clyde's written his first comic story yet, but 3 of us have done comics. We're all for various in varying degrees involved in the comic industry, because Clyde was a reviewer for doomrocket.com, a really wonderful website that you need to check out. So please check out our shows, 7 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Central on Thursday. Comic Book Spectrum. It's a lot of fun. Scott Cracker says, yeah, Brian, yeah, I get to go home early, or rather, because of the way the thread is up, I'll actually be going home later, but now as soon as I finish up all my stuff, I get to go home. Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of your day, Skunk. And oh my God, this stupid phone today, it just doesn't want to understand me. Well, Skunk, I understand you, and I love you for it. Eric S. Hawkins, Vernors, how the hell are you pronouncing that? I'm from Michigan, you know, and I have never heard anyone say it like that. Ha ha yourself, Eric. Well, then you can tell me what it's supposed to be. I'm spelling it phonetic. That's how we pronounce it in Illinois. And there's probably more of us down here than there are of you. What do you people know anyway? And Scott Crocker, Pixel, stop acting like a petulant 13-year-old. Yes, that's the host's duty here. But no, Eric, you've got to remember, I'm from Illinois, where we pronounce Cairo, Cairo, where we pronounce Vienna like the sausages or the Ultravox song. They pronounce it Vienna. You know, so, and we spell champagne, not like the region, but Champaign rather than Pagene. So, it's a wonderful experience that any of you can understand my pronunciations at all from having escaped Illinois. And anyway, Ted Davies, Werner's my favorite. That's I'm sure that's how Ted Davies Artistry pronounced it too. And Skunk, no chance of that. Yeah, John B. Pica says, after Brian's show, please take a peek at Kelly Gutner's back issue Breakfast Club on the Back of the Cereal Box YouTube channel. She did the editing herself, and it looks great. Plus, she's reviewing JLA Year One. Ooh, is that the one by Mark Waid and Barry Kitson? I love that series. Wade is one of my favorite writers. He's doing one right now called Ignited. It's a very woke book. I will say that if you're put off by social politics, this is not your book. But it's really well done. I'm really enjoying it. I've enjoyed almost all of Mark Waid's stuff. I remember the first time I met him was at an old Chicago con. This was near the close of his days as a DC editor, which Mark kind of inadvertently ruffled some feathers with the powers that be at DC, and he was an editor there, and he got let go. But the fortunate thing is he had a friend there, Brian Augustin, who's one of my Facebook friends, who kept feeding Mark work as a writer. And eventually Mark took over some books, and I would still love to see him take over Superman. I think that just give him, I love Birthright, and I think give him a year of guiding the Superman legend. I think we'll see a new renaissance. Although I'm really liking the new writer, Philip Johnson. He is terrific, because he gets what makes Superman work. Anyway, please check it out. Kelly Gutner's a dear friend of mine, and I won't be able to see it on the first try, but I'll watch it on the rerun, I promise. Anyway, check out what John Pica's doing on his channel, his various channels, and please like, subscribe, and share. And from the Desperate Small Press publisher, Carl, think about that. Welcome to Pound Town. And then they ask if you want a punch. It will make you flinch before they realize they offer you a drink. That's true. That's true. I want a sample of punch. Okay. Okay. And Carl, I agree. That is funny. And Joe Dog McKeel, good to see you, my friend, watching on the mobilized phone device. Skunk Rocker says, hey, Joe Dog, how are you, man? And Skunk Rocker is off of the blacklist on Facebook, at least temporarily, till they find something from 10 years ago to kick him off there with. And I'm alive. Skunk beats the alternative. Amen, brother. And please check out Stupid O'Clock. Joe Dog and Skunk and Dan and John and Heather and a whole bunch of great people do all kinds of conversational things. You're going to enjoy it. It is such a fun show to listen to. It really is. I enjoy the hell out of that show. I hope Louis, I haven't checked on Louis this morning. I hope he's doing well. And Carl Westman says, Joe, it's time for son to take over the lawn duties. Yeah. Well, I know what you mean, Joe. I mowed my lawn 2 days ago. And the first one of the year is pretty rough for me all the time. But I've never done it when I'm 65 before. And I had a pretty rough yesterday. I popped a lot of aspirin, And I found some stuff in the medicine cabinet that we got at the health food store that takes care of muscle and joint aches, and it fixed me right up. I'm feeling pretty good today. So yeah, I think it's time to bequeath the lawn care duties to the younger generation. And good morning, Nevermorians. Rick Bradley, thank you for being on Clever Tile Pending last night with Ted Sikora. Please check out Bloom #1, currently fully funded on Kickstarter or on Indiegogo. Kickstarter rather, excuse me. But they've got all kinds of great rewards for various levels. They've unlocked a couple of stretch goals. They're real close to unlocking another one, but the book is excellent. I really enjoyed it, especially if you like early 60s, or excuse me, like early Marvel Age stuff from the 60s and early 70s. This stuff reads like it. In fact, the guy who draws Bloom, who's done work for a number of publishers, he draws just like John Buscema. It's a beautiful thing to see. And from the desk of a small press publisher, it kind of makes you wonder if Pound Towns would be in the roughest neighborhoods. Just can see a match game. He's got more. Let's find it. And my neighborhood is so rough. How rough is it? It's so rough that you have to go to Pound Town to buy a blank. Oh, God. Oh man, dude, that gives me an idea. That gives me a terrible idea. Let's get back to your comments. That's great, Joe. I love that. Scott Crocker says, Joe, I'm just glad that you're okay, more or less, and at least physically, sort of. I'm trying to be nice, man. I can't think of what to say. Well, Joe has his physical limitations, and I can understand mowing the lawn is rough. I mean, it was kind of rough on me the other day, and but I'm about 400 years older than Joe Dog, so. But I'm getting fully caffeinated, and we are about to do it right. Speaking of doing it right, excuse me, there is Life on Cora from Mike, Jimmy, Lorcia de Bruin. Life on Cora #3 went into demand this morning. Excellent. One backer away from giving every physical backer a free print, as well as an excellent comic, fulfilling in only 3 weeks. My God, please check that out, people. That's fantastic, Mike. I'm so proud of you. I love seeing folks like this and Brian Rahman and Eric Hawkins, who are so on the ball. I'm getting tired of backing projects where they basically haven't started yet. I'm expecting something in July, and it's like, really? It just makes me a little crazy. And I've also backed some really lousy books lately. But anyway, this looks good. I'm going to have to check my budget and see if I can give you some love. But if nothing else, please, Mike, Jimmy, use the Rising Tide publications page to promote this, okay? I would really appreciate if you did. And hey, Brian, that deleted post drink is made with the limoncello Chris has been curating. That's right, says from Ted Davies Artistry on YouTube. Please subscribe, like, and share. Yeah, that's right. One of the things that Ted and Chris on Drinking with the Davies Friday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Central, they made their own limoncello, which is kind of like what would you call it? It's kind of like a mixer, I would call it. And it doesn't sound like it needs a whole lot. And being made with Everclear, it better not need a whole lot. But it's basically Everclear, lemon rinds, because that's where the real flavor, where all the oils are in a lemon, any sort of citrus fruit, in fact, and then let it sit, and the limoncello pulls out all the lemony flavor. Then you add simple syrup, which is basically not quite K-Rose syrup, but it's kind of like a 2-to-1 ratio, 2 parts sugar to 1 part water that you heat over the stove until it's fully all the crystals are dissolved, and then you can use it to sweeten things. I used to make my own, but infuse it with vanilla and add it to my coffee. I need to do that again. That was good. But anyway, check out Drinking with the Davies. It's a great show. And Chris is, I gotta say, Chris is coming into her own as a broadcaster, Ted. I'm gonna wake up one day and we're gonna be talking Chris Talks timepieces. Chris talks to someone else. I see it now. Tell her she's already welcome into the network, all right? And the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, Christian Basil, again, congratulations to your 1,000 hitting the 1,000 mark. You're still at 1,000, right? On YouTube, and your continued success, brother. I love you, man. Arise, insert day of the week. Morris, insert creature. Arise, it is the time of insert sexual innuendo and insert another sexual innuendo. Time to thrust the another insert sexual innuendo and bring us forth. I'm glad. Welcome to Mad Libs. Never mind the furthermore. We ought to get a game show going here. But anyway, thank you, Christian Basil. And again, man, seriously, in all seriousness, man, much love and congratulations on your success. You have more than earned it. And you run an amazing show, The Legend of the Traveling TARDIS, 6 p.m. on Tuesday nights, and just before Clever Title Pending, both of which you should watch because they're entertaining. And Bill Sergeant Ted Davies is 50. Congratulations on that feat while on your feet. It's all downhill from there. And if you want to know what I mean by downhill, just ask Carl and Brian. I mean, physically, I'm not where I am when I was 50s. In my 50s, in a lot of ways, I'm better. But I do have some issues. Hell, I've got volumes. But as far as like, I'm in a lot better shape at 50, or rather at 65, and I was at 50. And oh my God, I am hitting my stride creatively. I am getting it down and getting it out. And shut up, Christian. Anyway, we're talking about Pound Town, Christian, so we're in that mood. Anyway, Skullcracker says, yeah, right now, being that it's 10:30 my time, I'm not so much worried about Pound Town anymore. Where is Burger World? Yeah, no kidding. I could go for a Wimpy's right now myself. From the desk of a small press publisher says, my neighborhood is so... Oh, okay, this is a follow-up. I'm still on it. That gives me so many ideas. It really does. And they're all good. Eric S. Hawkins, I do believe cosplayer All Things Lauren will be at Big River Comic Con dressed as Miss Big River, the con's mascot that I redesigned this year. Gonna have to get a pic of that. I will. Eric, if I'm around, I'll help you take pictures. Okay? Seriously. That sounds awesome. Eric is the de facto designer for Big River Comic Con, and he's going to have issues of the Zombie World of Oz, and we're going to have fun. We're going to have a blast this coming Friday and Saturday. Please join us in Hannibal, Missouri. It's going to be fun. Funny, Christian, says Carl Witzman. That sounds like an email I sent out. I got in trouble with the boss, even though no real sexual innuendo was in the email. It's kind of like Facebook, isn't it? And unexpected snow got you down, asked Rick Bradley. Well, lift those spirits by going to Rick Bradley's Amazon author page at that address there. Then grab copies of The Nightmare Collective, Marvin's Night Out, Tales of the Weird and Strange, and the award-winning Pulp Reality #1. And that is a fantastic array of books there. And congratulations to Rick Bradley, who was on Clever Title Pending a week ago Tuesday. Please check out Clever Title Pending. You not only will be greatly entertained by our vast array of guests, but you'll learn things too. And this Tuesday, we will be having a new episode with Anna Maria Salvaggio, who you've seen here in the comments. She is an incredibly creative lady who is taking her creativity into different directions, and I think you're all going to be excited at what she does. That is so awesome. And Amy Hale, thanks so much to everyone who has purchased Neuroses, her new book, and shared the promotional stuff. I appreciate it. Well, Amy, we're going to try to get you on the bestseller list yet. You know what I'm saying? And Joe Dog McKeel, since on mobile comments will be limited, I type better with two fingers than with one thumb. Good idea there. And be safe. I hope you're not driving. And Brian Robin says, I'm so excited to read Neurosis by Amy Hale. I bought it Monday night. We'll be digging into it this weekend. Go pick it up, folks. Seriously, it's available on Amazon right now in paperback and ebook form. You'll be glad you did. Amy's been working a long time on this book and putting in some real serious hours on, so please pick it up. The Skunk Rocker, that's why I don't type at all when I'm on the phone. I still don't make as many typos when I'm using the microphone as compared to my fingers. I'm pretty good with my fingers anymore. I'll just let that hang there. Back to the cereal box. Thank you for moving around, John. Appreciate it, brother. This Saturday, Willow Schuyler returns to host our Saturday morning live stream show. She'll be joined in the clubhouse by Kelly Gutner, Dee Barty, and Aubrey Brewer for a Geek Girl Geek Out. That's going to be a lot of fun. I will watch it when I come home because I'll be at Big River Comic Con having fun. That's going to be a great time. Kelly is awesome. I love her. I love Kelly. I love Willow. I love to love them. And insert now you've got the Donna Summers music in your head. You're welcome. Scott Crocker says that is until the phone decides to get all zing zing purple monkey dishwasher. Robin of Loxley, my bottom is burning. Ding 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 ding. It sounds about right. I think your voice to text working very well. I mean, frankly, I would do it. I would host the Furthermore, except for the fact that I have to work on Fridays. I'd love to see you do it, man. I really do. You're one of the few people who could probably do this faster than I do. Brian Robin says, I gotta say, Brian, it is absolutely a breath of fresh air as well as an asthmatic can to be diving into a completely different world. The nebulizer is the absolute opposite of memoirs, which, as you know, memoirs is my passion project, but the neb is my therapy and is a world I can just throw my humor and ridiculousness into. That I'm looking forward to the nebulizer like no tomorrow. I think that's going to be fantastic. I am so looking forward to that book. Oh, and it's and may I say, probably creatively, it's going to feel like a breath of fresh air for you. I understand it. It's like I'm going from writing a golden age superhero book about that has a subtext about race relations, and moved into violent crime fiction, where I actually put some bad words in there. I was had a lot of fun. I got to swear. And the next projects, I've got one thing I've got to do for a couple of presses, and I'm going to be working on Aquatic. I will. And the Scout Cracker says, I mean, if somebody wants to pay my salary, I'll do it, but otherwise. And Ryan Permisson, thank you so much for sharing this show, brother. It's always appreciated. Thank you for being on the show last night, and thank you for providing those great questions. And thank you also to Nick Tockert for the same reasons at the Historical Fencing Guild. Check him out Friday nights at 8 p.m. Good morning, Nevermorians. The mighty Manatee Man, master of marketing, rises to see you as the unnatural fluffy rain looms over. Work goes well on my project, Paul Bunyan Kaiju Slayer. Oh, man, I am so into that. That is going to be so good. And Ryan Permisson says, good morning, Nevermorians. How are you? How are you, Ryan? That's more important. Check out the latest episode of the podcast, Talking Movies, episode 95 on Anchor FM. It is a good show, and you'll love it. And subscribe to the channel today for more great nerdy content at Nerd Culture Channel on YouTube. You'll be glad you did. Also, if that weren't enough, here's one more thing. Join him live Saturday at 12 p.m. Eastern for, and I quote with special guest, the creator of MacGyver's Lee Zoltoff. Holy cats, dude. Man, you're getting the gold standard of guests there. Very, very excellent. I love that. I love the original. I've not seen the new one. I understand it's coming up on its final season, but I love the original with Richard Dean Stanton, I think it was, or Richard. It was the original MacGyver. I need more coffee. This is only my second cup. Oh man, we're in trouble now. Anyway, that's going to be a good show. I will definitely check that out. See, now, this is the thing. With all of our networking, my friends have such good shows. It's tough to keep up with everyone, much less do my own. And author Michaela J. just popping in and say, hi, you are in my pocket today. Hello, Michaela. I'm so glad to be there. Hope I can give you a tingle just as you give me one. Anyway, and now Christian Basil's wishing I was still on the old network so he could pop in here and make the phone vibrate. So anyway, Michaela, hope you didn't have to go to work today. This would be pretty inclement, I would imagine, for you. Bill Sargent says, in my opinion, I think that having guest hosts on the days you can't do the show is a refreshing idea. You'll be able to take care of the things you need to while the rest of us can still enjoy the show. If Johnny Carson can do it, you can too, Brian. Well, I didn't groom a Johnny Carson is the thing. Now, if somebody steps up in the next 48 hours and volunteers for one, like the Friday gig, that's fine. But otherwise, yeah, there's not a way to do it. Now StreamYard is working on, Joe Dog and I tune in regularly to the regular StreamYard broadcast on Sunday night, where they talk about future plans for the network. And I'm real excited about one of them, because it may make Comic Book Spectrum a little easier to do. And I'll get some help on that, maybe. I'm sure I will. But one of the things they're working on is the ability to upload a regular video into StreamYard, and then it would run kind of like what Michaela was doing for a while. It would run, but you could be there to like do comments and stuff. And I may have some ideas. Carl Westman says, okay, maybe I'll take one of the slots. PM me later, Brian. Look out, Christian Basil. That's right. Carl can make Michaela's pocket vibrate. Ooh. And Ryan Permisson, last few days to raise money for the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention for our campus walk. You can donate at this address there. Please support Ryan Permisson in this very important fundraiser here. And thank you again, Ryan, for doing this. It means a lot to a lot of us. And Rick Bradley says, well, back to work. This adulting crap is not fun. That's why I gave it up 9 years ago. Everyone take care and stay creative. Rick, you have a great rest of your day, brother. Good to see you here. And lurker mode engaged. Okay, that means you can't talk about Rick bad. You can't talk smack about him because he's still listening. Ryan Permisson says, if you need someone to guest host, I volunteer as tribute, Brian. You've done so much for me. I'm happy to promote other people's projects. Let me know. Well, let me make a note. Carl W. and Ryan. All I ask is that you not speak nicely of me, and because it embarrasses me. Hashtag imposter syndrome, and you promote the hell out of yourself. Okay, I actually got a couple things, Ryan. I'll be contacting you later this evening. Okay. And Carl, I'll contact you right after the show. And summer reading recommendations. Send him links to your books via direct message. Amy, send Ryan a link to Neurosis. Why don't you, please? I think he would enjoy that. And from the Desk of Small Press Publisher, Brian, I'm off work. And if you have a convention trip where you can't do Nevermind the Furthermore, ask me to do it. If the Nevermorians don't mind, I would do it. I promise I won't hashtag pull a Christian with when it comes to comments. Well, you've already... I tell you what. Thank you, guys. Thank you. All right. I'll contact. I'll start a thread for all three. Okay, we've got our volunteers here. Because I need Friday, Wednesday, Friday. Okay. Okay. And here we go. And I'll talk to you later today, all three of you. And thank you so much. I appreciate this greatly. Just as I appreciate John Celestri, a great animator, good guy, a terrific talent, and now I'm a good friend. Mwah. And good morning, Brian and gang. Yesterday was a traumatic day in the Celestri household as my wife Kathy and I finally tossed aside our old iPhone first generation SE and poured our cash into 2 iPhone 12s. Yikes. Holy cats. You may need to run an Indiegogo and a Kickstarter and a GoFundMe just to get those phones. Holy crap. Wow. And I thought I could run a phone into the ground. That's pretty good, John. To what museum will you be donating your old iPhones? That's what I want to know. Anyway, I'm glad to have you here as always, John. Please check out the work of John Celestri. Great talent. He's got a terrific YouTube channel. Lots of great information. John Celestri, by the way, if you didn't know, has worked on some incredible projects in the past for Don Bluth Studios and others. And also did what I call the only 10 minutes of the Star Wars holiday special that doesn't need an apology. He's the first man to he brought about the cartoon that introduced Boba Fett to the world before he appeared in the movies. And here we go. Amy Hale says, "Yep. My dad lives in New Athens." Oh, I didn't know it was that. And you know, the thing is, the locals get so fussy about that. I said I was in Metropolis, and I said Vienna. And one of the people, and she's like, Vienna, ha, 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 and laughed for the next 5 minutes. I'm like, what the hell is wrong? And she's, and if you watch last night shows, what the hell? And she's like, you mispronounce it. I said, no, you all are mispronouncing it. Vienna, like the Falco song, you know, it's been around a lot longer than this little dump. And the funny thing was, I had to go out and do a skit with my good friend Josh Boltinghouse as Superman. In fact, Josh is the person you see in the clever title pending introduction as Superman. He is the official Superman Metropolis, and has been for about 13 years now. He's a wonderful man. His wife is a darling too. But anyway, we went out there and it was largely improv. We knew where the thing was going. But like a couple of the members of the show didn't have time to memorize the scripts because they were so busy. So I was kind of like subliminally directing. And at one point, Josh as Superman was talking about people that didn't know what was going on. And he said, in fact, some people call it Vienna instead of Vienna. And I'm like, God, it got through that fast? Holy cats. So like now I've got the whole town laughing at me. But anyway, I'm used to that. Author Michaela Jade has a link to Warriors Worth, the Elite Warriors series on Amazon. Please check it out. That's the third book in the trilogy, because you can't make a trilogy without at least 3 books. Look at Douglas Adams. He did 5 for his trilogy. But anyway, please check out the work of Michaela Jade. And also please check out Fridays at 7 p.m. Michaela Jade's Tidbits and Scribbles on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network, because she's beautiful and she's wonderful and she's got a lot to say, and it's all good. Brian Rahman, I'm so excited for Comic Book Spectrum tomorrow night at 7 p.m. Eastern on YouTube and Facebook. I'll be reviewing Steambound #1 from Behemoth Comics. It's a steampunk high fantasy action comic that is just visually stunning and so stylized. I'll also have an honorable mention that, if you know me, you will be pretty surprised that I enjoy it so much. Please join us tomorrow. Definitely join us tomorrow. I always look forward to Comic Book Spectrum. That is a fun 90 or more minutes. And we also appreciate the great comments we get on there. You guys and gals make the show. You really do. Joe Dog McKeel says, talk about pronunciation. I get so confused when you say Lafayette when it is clearly spelled Lafayette. Yeah, I know. Yeah. And that was the thing I learned years ago, to try to pronounce things like the natives. We have a street here in Lafayette, also in Columbus, Ohio, called Kossuth. And I saw that and I'm like, I've got to find out how it's pronounced. I don't want people to think I'm a newbie here, because that can have bad things going. People take advantage of newbies, unfortunately. And so, at least the unscrupulous ones. And so I was listening to the radio, and finally somebody said, join us on Kossuth Street. I'm like, okay, I gotta tell Cookie. So we fit in with the natives here. In fact, some people are. It's like, I don't. They're kind of surprised that I don't know where things are, because it's like, I've only lived here about 6 years, so actually 7 now. Or going 6.5 actually. But anyway, we've had like the time on Stupid O'Clock where we're talking about towns and cities with different pronunciations. Carl Westman says, shows you how stubborn Illinois folks are. We'll pronounce it however we like. Let's all go to Vienna now. That's Vienna now. That's right. And Scott Crocker says, oh my God, it's been 17 minutes and I still haven't found a damn burger joint. Hashtag don't die feed skunky. Oh my God, yes. Somebody just pull into somebody's house and ask if they have some ground beef or something. Or Larrabole, Illinois. Oh my God, I haven't heard that name in years. Wow. And good morning to Molly Daniels. Mwah. Good morning. Popping in before running errands. Glad to have you here, sweetheart. Hope you're doing well. And Historical Fencing Guild says, I'm also hoping to add a weekly product review show to the program. Maybe likely not live, but showcasing the weapons trainers I use. Dude, it's on the network. Okay, you just schedule it and put it out. That's what I'm saying. Molly Daniels, any rigs offered to drive to Hannibal with me should my voice mysteriously get worse tomorrow night? Seriously, found out my manager asked who swallowed a frog sideways after hearing me on PA. Molly is having some challenges with her vocal cords right now, so please pray for her. And Mike, Jimmy, Lorsha DeBruin switched here to join the actual folks talking. Glad to see you here. Yeah, Facebook has not been really great. In fact, if you do any sort of broadcasting, people, check your security settings, because I found that they had switched mine on my profile page only to friends only. I think that may have been the reason people who were making comments on my profile page were not getting them seen. But I did a test last night and I was still not getting all of them. So we have decided to not, for the time being, no longer broadcast any of my shows, Nevermind the Furthermore, Clever Tile Penning, or Comic Book Spectrum on my profile page on Facebook. In fact, I recommend everyone go over to YouTube, please. It is a better picture, better sound. Then all you have to deal with on this end is a temporarily weak internet signal every now and then, and a temporarily weak host all the time. And Scott Crocker, actually pretty sure I'm imaginary. Is that like I'm the Urban Spaceman by the Bonzo Dog Band? Here comes the twist. I don't exist. I mean, have you ever met a 6-foot-tall skunk? I guess you have now. I will meet him at HowlCon last weekend in October. That's when I'll meet a 6-foot skunk. And the Historical Historical Fencing Guild. Skunk, Mrs. Foster wants you to come home. Never, says the Skunk Rocker. And Lee Reese, good to see you this morning. And good morning, everyone. Good morning to you, Lee. And check out Lee Reese's artwork. He's amazing. And Skunk, I see you two are a man of culture, says the Historical Fencing Guild. That's what draws us all together. And Bill Sarton says, we interrupt the Frosty Fellow and the Fuzzy Fez for this ridiculous announcement. Join the Far Out and Groovy Kids by clicking on Facebook at Sarton Art 76, the artwork of Bill Sarton, for better days from yesteryear, snazzy, jazzy sketches, and everything that's all right, uptight, out of sight. So check out the artwork of Bill Sarton, where everything old is new again. Stevie Wonder references optional. And yeah, culture like bacteria. Oh, yeah, definitely. And Mike says, the skunk rocker, not a skunk, but I've seen an owl that size once. Does that count? Ooh. And don't forget CromCon 13 this weekend, too, for all who don't get to see Brian at the con. Come, bring your devices, and you can watch CromCon while you're talking to me. And please come to my table and buy a lot of stuff. Anyway, also Amy Hale and Eric S. Hawkins. Everyone else is on their own. No, really, no. Please come see us at Big River Comic Con. We're looking forward to meeting you all. And definitely check out CromCon this weekend. Pops Van Zandt always puts on a good show. And Mike, good luck with your segment of it, all right? And Brian, is your voice deeper or is my earbud playing tricks on me? No, it's not, Amy. We're fine now. No, we're fine. I drop into a lower register for dramatic effect every now and then. I don't think puberty finally hit. I've waited for years, a long, long time. No, not yet. Anyway, RE pronunciations. People can't pronounce Vincennes. Vincennes. Vincennes is how we say it. Well, and I know it from when I was growing up. We could pick up over our antenna channel 10 out of Terre Haute, WTHI. And so they would talk about Vincennes. So I grew up knowing how to pronounce Vincennes. And then later WTWO. I remember a time when there was no WTWO, and I don't think I've watched, but I don't think I've watched more than like 20 minutes of what was Channel 38. I think it's now a Fox network, but it was independent. But one of the reasons we were glad to get WTHI and WTWO was there was no ABC outlet at the time in the late 50s, early 60s. So, nowhere closer than, say, Bloomington, Indiana, or Indianapolis to Terre Haute. So, and we, for some reason, couldn't pick up WAND out of Decatur, which was our closest ABC affiliate. And so we could WTWO and WTHI shared programming from the ABC, the American Broadcasting Network. They both ran the NBC and CBS News, but like I watched Batman out of Terre Haute when I was growing up. It wasn't until like about the year after that we finally started picking up ABC on our antenna. We got a better antennas. But anyway, William Quinton interrupts me, and he should, as I descend into the miasma of memories. 47 Furious Tales shipment went out this morning to a new local comic shop that will be carrying the title. So we're in Louisiana now. Yes, that's excellent, William. I love seeing that. And William's been doing that on his own. He hasn't, last time we talked, he hadn't done a whole lot with the distribution systems that are emerging, like Variant Grant's Liberty Distribution. I say that because Variant's my friend. But William, good luck with that. Seriously. And 47 Furious Tales, please put in a link to that because that's a beautiful book. And seriously, did I bring some with me? I got a book here. Did I bring that? Yes, I did. God, in fact, I just realized I had this there last night, but this is issue 2, and I got signed copies because William is a wonderful human being. But check it out. 47 Furious Tales, and it is the legend of the 47 Ronin, but told from the perspective of anthropomorphics like Maus and classic things like that. And William, and I keep telling William, you can't prove to me that this is your first comic book because it reads really well. And Alexia Veldhusen, I know I've mispronounced it, but Alexia, you are amazing. Beautiful lettering by Brian Lee, but like painted artwork. Look at that. Clear as a bell. And really, and it's mature storytelling, and I'm saying not mature as in there's a lot of nudity, a lot of violence. There is some violence, but look at that rendering. Isn't that beautiful? Isn't that beautiful? Definitely, please check it out. Please contact William for information on how you can get 47 Furious Tales from Sinopa Publishing. And thank you again, William. Thank you. I've been meaning to talk this up on the air, and I will be doing more in the weeks to come. And from the desk of a small press publisher, Joe D. McPhee mocks me with his laughter. As a resident of Illinois, I should be offended by all the diction comments, but I'm not. This stuff is funny. Yeah, well, you're from Chicago, okay? I get it. And Mike Jimmy says, William Quinton, dude, that's awesome. Congratulations. Seriously, that's an accomplishment. That's great. And back in the Sarah box says, we've been grooming guest hosts and successors for John since day one. I think my problem, John, was that I just didn't think anyone would want to do this. Imagine my surprise when I got a network all of a sudden. So anyway, William Quinton says, Mike, Jimmy, Delorship Ruin, thank you. And hey, Philip Thompson, good to see you. Hope you're having a great morning. But yeah, John, I don't know if you keep up on the announcements from StreamYard, but one thing they're going to be doing is allowing page owners like you, like me, to be able to assign guests roles. And it could be, we can define how strict those roles are. For instance, I could, if I wanted to, make one of my co-hosts on Comic Book Spectrum like a full admin on this page, and they would not need to share the account, because sharing the account's a pain in the butt, because StreamYard, like a lot of places, sends out a confirmation code to the person trying to get in. So, like, let's say one of my co-hosts, let's just say Cookie wanted to do this. So what I would do is I would give her my log on, which I don't have a problem doing. But then she has to log in, and because it's a new device, StreamYard would send me a confirmation code because I own the page, really. And then I have to give it to her, but she's got 15 minutes to get it done. So that's one reason I'm glad to be independent now. I don't have to put up with that. But this, with the new thing coming in, and it should be fairly soon, because they announced it Sunday and last week at the StreamYard conference, that this will be rolling out fairly soon. So you don't have to share your personal information. And the person can come in and they know their role, and they've got the whole thing set up for them. It's just it'll be a lot easier on us as page owners, and some people have a issue with sharing the logon anyway. So anyway, and the permission can be withdrawn at any time too. So anyway, Molly Daniel says you should get the book How Hoosiers Say Indianapolis, Indianapolis for one example. But which one is the correct one? That's what I need to know. Brian Robbins says, talk about cities that are hard to say. I live in Louisville, which is pronounced Louisville by us natives. I try to pronounce it like I do slip and say Louisville, but I know it's Louisville. Tell me how that works. You always know who is from out of town when they say Louisville, or even worse, Louisville. That'll just get you slapped. That explains everything. When I go to Imaginarium, man, my cheeks are red, and I'm not talking about below my belt either. And anyway, we just had a comment dump, and the Historical Fencing Guild says YouTube tends to zap links. I know, but sometimes they get through. Sometimes you can do it like when you spell out the word dot, for instance. And good morning from Cindy Cap, CKOEPB.com. Check out her newsletter where you can sign up at CKOEPB.com and check out her vast array of books. And thank you again, Cindy, for your jokes and your great questions last night. Ted Sikora loved them. He really did. He thought it was blessed. I told him, when Cindy gives you jokes, that means you were being honored. So, and plus you can always come up with such great questions. I love having you on our shows. You are awesome. And Cindy will be returning to Clever Tile Pending in May. It'll be great. And if you want to find out who else is coming to the show in May, go to therisingtide.pub. And at the top of the page, you'll find a link where you can sign up for my free monthly newsletter. And YouTube lets links through by the special people holding a wrench, but no one else's. Well, I know sometimes when the comments are held up for approval, they usually have a link in there, and I will then okay them when they're my friends. I do get a lot of those, like, please look at my naked pictures or they just list a website, and every time it comes up, I block those people. But anyway, Cindy Kep says, preview the cool books you can buy this weekend at Big River Comic Con by going to Smashwords and looking up me. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you so much. Or go to get your copies here and get them signed. And yes, if you get copies from Amazon, remember, if you have Prime, you can get free shipping. Bring them to Big River Comic Con. I will gleefully sign your books for you. I really will. Thank you, Cindy. Mwah. I'll sign your books too. And Ted Davies Artistry, safe travels, Brian, and everyone on the show this weekend. And thanks everyone for all your support. See you Sunday at 7 p.m. Eastern for the Kickstarter launch. I'll be back in town by then. So Ted Davies, we're going to have fun with your launch. I may try to reach out to you depending on my schedule and see what I can do to help. All right. But we're with you in the trenches here. Anyway, Ted, thank you, brother. Love you. You have a great rest of your day. And there we go. And are you feeling wolfish? Well, check out Coy Wolf by Amanda Tockert while you're at it. And also, while you're looking at Amazon for everyone's books, go look up Nicholas Anthony Tockert, where you can find big stompy robots, swords, axes, and melee info. And Cindy, I saw that your ceiling fan finally succumbed to its wounds. I'm sorry to hear that. And William Quinton, says Mike Jimmy Lusher de Bruin. I've been meaning to ask, Velhusen, is your artist Dutch? That's a very Dutch name. That's what I was thinking when I saw it too. And I'm not as good with those accents as I should be, or the pronunciations thereof. My grandmother was a full-blooded Swede, but she was young enough that when she came to this country, there was no trace of Swedish in her voice whatsoever, totally Midwesternized. And I suppose a 6-foot owl will suffice. It depends on what kind of mood you're in, Skunk. And Skunk Rocker, I know a 5-foot owl. They're pretty. And William Quinton says, Mike, Jimmy DeRoche, yes, indeed, she's very Dutch. She's very talented, too. She's seriously talented, man. And Filipino artist Roll Cruz's work in Animal Eye is fantastic and coming to a crowdfunding campaign soon. Check out his other cool art from Cindy Kep. And this is Animal Eye #1, her very first comic book, and she's done a spectacular job on it. And it's going to be available, and it's going to be eventually, the issues will be collected into a graphic novel. I'm very proud of you, Cindy. I really am. And Mike Jimmy says, I knew it. William Quinton back in the cereal box says, off to make the donuts. Have fun. Have a glaze for me. And Lee Reese, my wife says I can do anything but a Swedish accent. I can do one, but it's very bad. It's the usual one. It makes me just this side of the Swedish chef. So anyway, we just had a comment dump, and let's get caught up to where we need to be. And hold on, get out of there. Notification. And Kathy Jackson, hello, Keisha. Hello, Kathy Jackson. Mwah, darling. Man, I wish we could see you in Big River Comic Con in Hannibal, Missouri this Friday and Saturday. But anyway, Kathy, I love you. Mwah. Check out the work of Kathy Jackson on Amazon because she's awesome. I like her too. And dear God, says the Skunk Rocker, finally, after 48 minutes, I found a Burger King. Now I just have to fight these 2 red lights to get there. Come on, red lights, turn green. Come on. And hopefully by the time I've read this, you have been well fed, young man. And you're most welcome, says William Quinton, definitely. And Cedar Rapids Comic Book and Toy Convention is May 16th, and that'll be her next real-life event. Find out more at quadcitycon.com. Looks like a great series of shows. I gotta write those guys when I get back. And Molly Daniel says New Orleans. Yeah, Nolans is the one I try to say. And I've got a friend down there who is a New Orleans native. She's doing her best to educate me. And Cindy Kep, and comments aren't showing again. Sigh. Hopefully they're appearing where other people can see them. Where are you commenting from, Cindy? I don't know if you can see it, but I'm at least seeing yours. And New Orleans, this is Molly Daniels, and the Dastardly Dingoes at that YouTube channel there. Please like, subscribe, and share, and go to the Rising Tide Publications page, and definitely do it there too. And you only need the code once. No, you only need it once for that particular device, but if you own more than one, each one has to have its own code. I was having that trouble because I do my broadcasts from two different laptops, and what was it? If whoever owns the page, like say, changes their password, then everybody has to get redone up again. It's a pain in the butt. And Cindy kept says also World War II and vampires. Why not? Check out John Pica, and you will be fulfilled with his brand new book from Seventh Star Press. And Skunk Burger King rocks. I like Burger King. I really do. Love their onion rings. Those are really terrific. And I received the first 6 pages of a new project. We're starting with Fairies and Ants. Should come to Indiegogo soon too. Mike, Jimmy, I'm so proud of that. That you should be too. And hope we can help you promote that thing. From the Desk of Small Press Publisher. I need to find my dorkies and grackles before I can leave the house. We have great diction in Chicago. Everyone else speaks strangely, and he mocks us with his laughter being said with tongue in cheek. I can tell, man. I can tell. Well, it's only because I listen on the radio and watch the TV. I know how to pronounce all these other places. Cindy Kepps is the Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Oh yeah, definitely every Tuesday night at 6 p.m. Check out the latest episode with one of the one of the actors from the Paul McGann TV movie that established him firmly as the 8th Doctor in all of our hearts. Historical Fencing Guild says, okay, I am Cindy's second biggest fan. The first is the one she fights with, the one she dealt a death blow to, apparently. And haha, my wife says I can do anything but a Swedish accent. Okay, we got that one. We're caught up. And Cindy Kemp says, check this new book out from Amy Hale. Definitely Neurosis is going to be a great read. Looking forward to diving into that. Also has a new book on Amazon, Michaela Jade. Check her out. Check out all your friends on Amazon, and check out Cindy Kip too. She's got some great books on Amazon. And Poetry in Motion, that is Teresa Dunn. And Teresa, we're glad you're hearing us this morning. Hope we're hearing us clearly. Cindy Kevin goes, she's on the Rising Tide Facebook page from her tablet. Oh, cool. Yeah, and we're glad to see you here. I'm glad to know that. Thank you, Cindy. I appreciate that. And in fact, most people are on the YouTube channel right now, but we've got 2 on Kathy Jackson's books and 6 at the Rising Tide Publications page, and I can't see yet how many I've got on YouTube because I'm not there. Anyway, thank you for that. Thank you for letting us know, Cindy. And now I want to drive to either Washington or Princeton for a Whopper. Damn it, Skunk. See, you ought to thank Skunk for delivering that delicious burger to you. And Carl Witzman says, yeah, I need to go shopping when the snow ends. Then I'll have to get lunch for Donna and myself. Yeah, and we're going to go visit a friend and hit the comic shop this afternoon. So I will get that message out to you and Ryan and Joe as soon as I can. Might be later this afternoon. And Cindy Kemp says this weekend, CromCon, definitely tune in for snazzy art artists and writers. And she will be on at 1:30 p.m. on Sunday. So please check that out on YouTube. It's going to be great. And oh my God, my burger is so good. Skunk is having a Whoppergasm right now, apparently. And Cindy Cap says, I'm out of break far too soon. Don't forget to tip your host. Thank you. And hashtag bring cookie home. Sign up for Rising Tide's newsletter because Cindy Kep says it is the bomb diggity. She should know. She's one of my subscribers, as I have subscribed to hers at ckoepp.com. Please check it out. And later is better since I'll have to go to Burger King now. Is Donna been listening to? Is Donna feeling better, Carl? I forgot to ask. I hope she is feeling better today. And Skunk Cracker says, now that I've been fed, I know somebody else that needs to get fed. Don't die, feed Cookie. Is that, I know she's in the studio in the next room. Don't die, feed Cookie. And it's always a good idea to feed Cookie. Yes, Cookie made a homemade cranberry apple pie yesterday. And I think it's taken both of our strength of wills not to instead of getting 8 slices out of it, just make 2. or have a knife fight to see who gets the whole thing. I think that's valid, don't you?
Yeah.
I would let you have it, honey, because I care.
Yep. I know. Well, you also don't trust me in the middle of the night.
No, I don't. No, and you're also younger and more treacherous than I am, so you would strike without mercy.
Yes.
See, I know. And Carl Wisman says she's better. Yes, dang sinuses. Oh, man. Yeah, Cookie and I were having a little trouble with ours, I think, yesterday. With the weather change and all. Donna, if you can hear me, Donna, please get well fast. I miss you. And from the desk of Small Press Publisher, Skunk and a good burger are a match made in heaven. Enjoy, Skunk. Yes, enjoy the delicious Whopper. And 30 minutes till time to feed Cookie. That's true. Thank you, Joe D. McPhee. And please check out from the desk of Small Press Publisher and please subscribe to that channel. This guy should have a couple thousand subscribers. He is that good. Check out his show on Saturday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. And this BK commercial brought to you by Skunk Rocker. That's right. Oh, and we are now caught up with your comments. Thank you, one and all. I think we will go feed Cookie, right?
Yeah.
We will make our schedule. And anyway, folks, thank you very much for following us. And here we go. We got more comments, of course. Historical Fencing Guild says more like Cookie is better with a knife. Well, she does a lot of work in the kitchen, so. And hold the pickle, hold the lettuce, sings Molly Daniels. Special orders don't upset us. All we ask is that you let us serve it your way. Oh, and definitely something, if you like Burger King, check out Epic Rap Battles of History. There is one from about 2-3 years ago. It's the Burger King versus Ronald McDonald. It is hilarious. And I love ERB because they do their research. I'm like, oh yeah, they did make their burgers out of cow lips. That's right. So definitely check out that show. Is a lot of fun. Skunk Rocker says I did once hang out with the Burger King. True story, but it's a little not safe for work, so I can't talk about it here. Maybe on the stupid after show. Oh, that kind of hanging out with the Burger King, huh? Yeah, this sounds more like a stupid o'clock thing than never mind the furthermore, but I'd be tuning in. And good show. Thank you, Carl. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And Carlene just lurking here, Brian. Well, Carly, mwah. Hope you get to feeling better fast, honey. I really do. We need you. And Joe Dog McKeel said, I just had 2 Bojangles bacon, egg, and cheese biscuits. They use cheddar cheese, a real egg, and butter. I feel my cholesterol level rising as I type, but damn, it was good. Oh, man, I'm having a visible physical reaction to the sound of that, I'm telling you. And from the National Small Press Publisher, laughs at us and says, Wendy's rapping that epic rap battle was priceless. Oh, my God, and they could not have picked anyone better to do it. Talk about attitude and presence and funny. She was great. So please check it out. Epic Rap Battles of History. Look for Burger King versus Ronald McDonald. You'll be glad you saw it. And they've got a whole bunch of other good stuff in there. My favorite probably overall is probably the Ghostbusters versus the Mythbusters. That is priceless too. Oh, see, we all come together over ERB. I found some other places, like there's one called ERB Parodies that they try hard. They have some moments, but bless their little hearts. But anyway, let's see. And Mike Jimmy Dolores de Bruin says, thanks for the show, Brian. See you again soon. Have fun at the con this weekend. Thank you, Mike. I appreciate that so much. And have fun at CromCon and give Pops Van Zant my love, as you all have my love right now. We're going to close out the show right now so that I can get some food into my beloved. And we've got a couple things we've got to get done. So anyway, folks, thank you for being here. We also want to thank Plasma Fire Graphics when the look of your book matters to you, because it matters to your readers. So please give them a treat and get Jeff Hayes working on your graphics for you, because the look of your book matters to your readers, and it should matter to you. So check out Plasma Fire Graphics. Also, check out AuthorAmyHale.com. Amy Hale. Author Amy Hill on Facebook, Amy Hale's Angels on Facebook, and check out her great show, Amy Creative as Hale, tonight, special edition. She'll be broadcasting at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, and she's going to have the wonderful Debs Logan, who is the chairperson of Big River Comic Con, which I will be at this coming Friday from 3 to 9 p.m. on Friday and 9 to 9 on Saturday. Please come see us. We'll be in Hannibal, Missouri. I will be joined not only by the adorable Amy Hale, short and sassy storyteller, but also the taller and every bit as sassy Eric S. Hawkins. It will be a great time. And that'll be, she'll have her special edition tonight. Tomorrow, TED Talks Timepieces at 10 a.m. It's going to be a fun show. I can't remember, are we doing a cigar show tomorrow at 11 in the morning with Carl and Ted talking cigars? I can never remember. But anyway, in the evening, check us out at 7 p.m. We'll start the evening with Comic Book Spectrum at 7 p.m. with Eric Hawkins, Clyde Hall, and Brian Rodman, where we'll be reviewing the latest comic releases and talking comic books because we love them. And then Amy will be taking the evening off because she'll be on tonight. And then after that is 9 p.m. is Stupid O'Clock with Joe Dog McKeel, Skunk Rocker, and a whole bunch of really great conversation, wonderful people on there, great guests. And please check it out. And then stay tuned for the Stupid After Show, which is every bit as good, just a little more raw. And that'll be a lot of fun. And let's see. And Joe Dog McKeel says, thank you, YouTube. I need to know when Brian is on. I just got the notification. Yeah, YouTube hasn't been playing nice today. I don't know why. And Brian, check out the one with Eastern philosophers versus Western philosophers. Yes, Joe D. McPhee. I love that one. That is so clever. Or the one with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles battling their real artistic counterparts, Michelangelo and all. And there's also another one I liked with Robert Oppenheimer versus Thanos. That was so very clever. And when the Thanos copter showed up, I sent a link to David Anthony Kraft, who created the Thanos copter. He laughed his butt off. He thought it was great. And great show. Go feed Cookie. Thank you, Jody McPhee. And please check out From the Desk with Small Press Publisher Saturday nights at 10 p.m. with another great interview. Always great stuff from Jody McPhee. And check out Amazonia too. You'll be glad you did. So anyway, we are going to check out now. So thank you again to Plasma Fire Graphics and to Hailstorm Publishing, Amy Hale, short and sassy storyteller, for sponsoring this episode. Thank you to the Rising Tide Broadcast Network for your ongoing support of me. It is so appreciated. Please check out these great shows here. Each and every one of them are a gem in the crown of the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. 7 days a week worth of entertainment and information and great content from a variety of creators. So please check out the shows. You'll be glad you did. And also please check out Patreon. It's a way to support your favorite creators, of which I hope I am one of yours, on a monthly basis at however level you want to contribute at. $1 gets you something like a mention on this show and virtual immortality as a result. Also, you can see our weekly blog. Every blog deserves the title. And also, the $5 a month level gets to read advanced chapters of one of my brand new works in progress, The Terrors, which will have a fantastic cover by Jeffrey Hayes. So please check out our Patreon offerings at www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. And your ongoing support is desired and appreciated. So anyway, folks, thank you to everyone who's tuned in today. Thank you for hanging out with us. And Carleen says, sounds like I might be having BK today too. Yum, definitely. And breaking Armchair Rocket Science news: Crew 2 launch pushed back to Friday. Weather? Was it weather, Joe? I'll check it out later. And Gordon Ramsay versus Julia Child. Yes, that was a classic historical fencing guild. I agree. That was so funny. And Brian Rodman, thank you again for an amazing show, my friend. Thank you, Brian Rodman, for being here for it. And I'm looking forward to hanging with you tomorrow night at 7 p.m. on Comic Book Spectrum. Go feed Cookie and I'll go feed Brian. I'm getting food now too. Thank you, Brian. That's very selfless of you. And hashtag bring Cookie home and hashtag lick comic spines. Oh, I gotta. Oh, William's gonna. Carl, avert your gaze. Let's get it out of the bag because we gotta do it right. Here we go. This is for you, William Quindon. You're gonna like this, William. This is my sign. This is a sign that I approve. All right. It has now gotten the lick of approval. 47 Furious Tales, get your dry copy today. And Virtual Immortality, you're immortal until something happens to you. That's true, Mike. Oh, it's like those. I keep referring to the the Stephen Wright routine where he says, my plans to live forever. So far, so good. So anyway, hope you have a great day, my friend, and good luck at CromCon this weekend. And good luck to all of you. Hope your hump day goes well. Hope you have a sensational rest of your day. I appreciate your being here. Appreciate your support of not just me, but the rest of the broadcast network. And we hope you have an excellent Wednesday. Hope you stay tuned to the Rising Tide Broadcast Network and our friends at the Hanging with Web Show Network and John Pica's Back of the Cereal Box Network. Hang out with our friends too. We could fill your day with content. You'll be a better person for it. And also, folks, please go to risingtide.pub and please take a moment to subscribe to our newsletter. You can also check out our merch, a link to our merch line, all kinds of cool stuff on that page. Also, please, thank you to everyone who's watching us from the Rising Tide Broadcasting Network page on Facebook, as well as the Rising Tide Publications page and the Kathy Jackson's books. We love you, Kathy Jackson, with a white hot passion. She's awesome. Buy her books too on Amazon. But please check it out. And if you're watching us, please, if you enjoyed any part of this video, please like it. Give it a like on Facebook and hit that thumbs up if you're on YouTube. And if you're on YouTube, please subscribe to this channel for notification of all kinds of great content, plus links to our friends in our network and others, so you can discover some really cool shows too. All right. And also, what else is there? I guess that's about it. And thank you again, Plasma Fire Graphics, Hailstorm Publishing, for sponsoring this episode. And please come see us at Big River Comic Con in Hannibal, Missouri. We'll be posting more links to that. They've got their own events page on Facebook. Please check it out. We look forward to seeing you there. I'll be joined by Amy Hale and Eric S. Hawkins. It'll be a great time. And I think that's about it. We will have ongoing information about the show on Friday. We will let you know what's going on. And we thank you all for being here. As always, we appreciate you so very much. And we hope that you are appreciated by others as we do you. And so we hope you have a great hump day. And let me get to where I need to be here. There we go. And as always, my friends, thank you for your support. Thank you for being here. Thank you for your friendship, most of all. Please check out last night's Clever Tile Pending with Ted Sikora. You will love it. It was a great show. Ted is awesome. And we will see you tomorrow night on Comic Book Spectrum and soon on Nevermind the Furthermore. Please stay tuned to all of these pages for news on what's going to happen on the next few days. All right. We should be having a show, it sounds like. Anyway, thank you all for being here. And as always, folks, stay smart, stay safe, wash your hands, and never apologize for being awesome, because I know that's just what you are. Have a great hump day, everyone. And we'll see you later on Nevermind the Furthermore. Take care, everyone.
Thank you for watching Nevermind the Furthermore, a Rising Tide Broadcast Network production. If you enjoyed any part of this show, please give it a like or a thumbs up and share it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to our YouTube channel and consider becoming one of our Patreon supporters. Thanks again. And we'll see you next time on Nevermind the Furthermore.
Now, every Sunday morning, longtime independent comics creator and Indie Volt podcaster Randy Zimmerman hosts a discussion on the lighter side of comics, the more whimsical and fun comics out there, on the Sunday Funnies. That's 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Sunday on Indie Volt, indievolt.com, the Indie Volt YouTube channel, and the usual Indie Volt sites on Facebook. Listen in, won't you? Participate in the chat. Let's have some fun. See you there.
Stormgate Press presents Pulp Reality 2. 10 new short stories from today's leading authors and illustrators in the new pulp genre. Packed with pirates, private eyes, aliens, automatons, villains, and vigilantes. High adventure, wondrous fantasy, mysterious horror, and startling science fiction await. Pick up a copy and be transported to astonishing places and travel to amazing times in the golden age pulp style. This is Pulp Reality 2.
Author Cindy Kep is writing on the edge. Books include Remnant in the Stars, The Loudest Actions, Lines of Succession, Mindstorm, Condemned Courier, the Yerushalayim series, and Animal Eye. Find author Cindy Kep at CKOEPP.com today.
From author Brian K. Morris comes an epic tale of armor forged by a god, a hero forged by courage, and an ancient menace poised to re-emerge and threaten our world. Vulcana, Rebirth of the Champion, is available on Amazon.com. Get your copy today.